Hello there, my Star Atlas family. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I know I just did a video about Star Atlas yesterday, but bear with me because it is a Friday and we have new leaked images from the Foundation Room by Buntia. So that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to look at all those images. We're just going to discuss it and, just get the feels out there, right? First off, I do like this video that was posted on the Star Atlas Twitter page. It is pretty nice. I think it's supposed to be inside of a Thimble Super Phoenix. A Thimble BIOS Super Phoenix. Did I say that right? I don't know. Give me a break. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be inside. It looks pretty cool. Of course, it is super concept. I generally like the feel that it gives though. So let's go ahead and actually look at what we're going to be looking. First off, picture of the week is by Falcor from Rome. Picture of the week 23. It does look nice. He is in the UE5 showroom. It just looks gorgeous as always. You can see the X4 in the background. He's got that symmetrical picture right in the middle, and it just looks nice. All right, Falcor, my man, well done. I feel like I should be giving away like a Thimble air bike to all the picture of the week people. What do you think? I think we should be. I feel like I want to. Let me know what you think. Anyone who gets a picture of the week should get a Thimble air bike. And that's part of the rewards of being part of Star Atlas community, right? Now, guys, before we go into the actual pictures, I wanted to brush something by you. Two things first. First off, 777, I've got your address. Valentino, I got your address. Sergio, I got your address. And Bardi, 2, I got your address. We're only missing Grist from the club and Joe. I don't know, Joe, where you are, man. I want to know from you two, Grist and Joe, what do you want done to your Thimble air bike? Do you want me to donate it to someone else? Do you want me to burn it? Do you want me to send it to, do you want me to keep it for the next person? Tell me what you do. Everyone else, I've got your address. I just need these two addresses left. So Joe and Grist, let me know. Now, the second item, before we get to the good stuff here, I wanted to ask if you guys did enjoy my Star Atlas FAQ 167. Now, I don't know how I feel. It got super low rating. Look at this, only 400 views. Typically a Star Atlas video gets 1.5k and over here 1.1k, but this got 400 views. And guys, I spent a whole bunch of time on this video. Let me just show you the work I did inside Adobe Premiere Pro to get this going, and just give you a bit of insight into like the video creation. Now keep in mind, this took me way longer because I am not a video editor. I am a nurse, okay? I spend most of my time nursing people from operations. So I've had to learn this by myself, right? Let me play the first 30 seconds to see for you, just to give you an idea of what I had to do to try and get that first 30 seconds attention. Because when someone clicks on your video, if they have to like the thumbnail, then they click on your video, and then you have 100% retention rate in the first like 1, 2, 3 seconds, right? So it's in that first 5, 10, 15, 30 seconds is when someone decides if they're going to watch your video, right? So you got to have to really optimize in that time frame to try and get as much engagement in there as much as you can. So this is my first 30 seconds of the FAQ video. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back with another video for Star Atlas. This time, we are going to be doing a frequently asked questions on Star Atlas. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last couple of, I think 1 month, 2 months, I've been asking the community for your frequently asked questions when it comes to Star Atlas. So it's time for me and you, the MetaVerse Explorer, and yourself, the Explorer. Let's sit down, let's have some tea in the universe, my friends, as we talk about Star Atlas. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing as always. Now, that was a whole bunch of stuff in there, wasn't it? Like assets, like brand new assets, cuts, as well as transitions, as well as sound effects. So people don't realize it, but video editing is like it's a full-time job, right? No wonder people can make money on it on Fiverr. But you can see here, like I've got all the different bings, and I've got the transitions here, and I've got the images, and I've got the GIFs going as well. I prefer to use GIFs over images. Yeah, like even this first transition and making sure the music fades in. There's a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So for me, like I spent, I don't know, like maybe 3-4 hours. Like it was my my Friday afternoon, and I get 400 views. It's disheartening, isn't it? I'm not blaming anyone, right? I'm just saying this is the facts of what's happening, okay? It's been out for like a day. What time is it actually? It doesn't say. First analytics. It should say. It doesn't actually say how long it's been out, but I think it's just under a day, okay? Just under a day. 400 views. I spent 4 hours on it. Man, that's like, I don't know. It's not lost, but because the more you practice a craft, the better you get at it, right? So I don't know how to feel. Like, how would you feel if you spend 4 hours on something and it only gets like a fraction of the viewership? Now, I don't want to come across like I'm hating anyone. I'm not hating anyone. I'm just saying from a risk reward, like lost time, resource allocation, is that the best allocation of your time or your resources? Maybe it's not. Maybe I need to think about different ways of content creation. Maybe I should spend 10 minutes doing a YouTube short for Star Atlas, or like a frequently asked questions, like just record one question for Star Atlas, maybe edit that for like 10 minutes and send that off. And that, because it's a short, it's going to get like 1,000 views. So really, is that a better risk to reward or like allocation of resources / time? That's the kind of questions I'm really grappling with. And this is like being a content creator. This is the kind of stuff that you kind of have to think about. And sometimes you need a team, or you need someone behind you, or an intern or a manager to bring all of this together, because you're focused on creating the content. You're not an expert in editing the content, or an expert in getting the content out, or like best retention strategies. All of this sort of stuff is like, it's a lot. It's a lot, right? And like I said, I do this by myself. It's hard sometimes. But anyway, that's enough talking about me. It's been 5 minutes. I apologize. Let's get to the meat of this video, shall we? The first picture we have from the foundation room, what looks to be something very, very clean. Now, to me, I actually thought this would have been like a Calico ship, but it's not. Okay, don't be fooled. It looks super clean. The reason for that is because it's still in the development mode. It's like in the gray boxing phase. They have added some color here, but it doesn't really look like what the ship I had expected it to be, right? This seems to be like maybe some sleeping quarters. That's what I think it is, right? You can get in there, close the hub, and get in here, close the hub. And let's have a look at the rest of the other things. You can see a toilet just in the corner, and the lid comes off, and there's a sink right there, okay? Anything else on the right hand? This is the same image, just from a different perspective. And let's have a look again where that might be. What ship do you think this is? This, my friends, is the Thimble BIOS ERP. This is it in the concept stage, and this is it in the building stage, right? This is them doing the gray box. And you can see there's one person right there, just to give you an idea of the size. Let's zoom all the way in. And guys, this is where we were looking, right? We were looking from this direction here. You can see the two trays that you'll flip it up. And I think the toilet is on this side, okay? So let's have a look again at that. So you see this? It is slightly different, I think. There is some variation, because it seems to be on the right-hand side, the toilet is. But let's go back to this one. Let's go and see there, and there's no toilet there, right? You can see what I'm talking about, right? But I think it is the one on the bottom, right? Because look here, there's the toilet, okay? But these port pods, whatever you want to call them, are missing from here. So I think these pods probably will be translated down here, and then there's the toilet. So that's what we were looking at there. That's just my interpretation. I don't think there'll be 2 toilets on the ERP. No one has time for 2 toilets on the ERP. That's crazy. It's a fighting ship. And then we also seem to have another kind of cargo / whatever it is here. I don't know the components of the ERP at the moment. But guys, this looks fucking good. This looks really good. And then you can tack on the ammunition or the engine of the BIOS ERP. And man, does it look gritty as hell. It actually gives you that sense. Look at this sense. So that's guns that's on the side, and there should be jets coming out the back. So I don't think we can see where the guns are coming out from, but these are definitely the jets. And that looks crazy. That looks crazy. Now, one thing to consider for this is when you do create this sort of material, why do you have to create the internals of what the gun is connected to? Like, look at that, 2 guns connected to each other. You're never going to see that, right? You shouldn't be able to see that unless you're clipping into it in UE5. But you either the gun is out or in, and when the gun is in, you can't look at the outsides of the thrusters. You know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. Let's move on to the next picture. That's the ERP. Okay, I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this. Let's have a look at this, my friends. This is what looks to be a work in progress for a Calico ship. And I'm going to say Calico because it says it right there, okay? It says it right there. I wonder if you can see. There, can you see it? It says Calico, okay? People going after me for not knowing the ship's... Man, give me a break. Anyway, Yeah, it looks like a normal ship. You can see the illuminations that they want to put up here, where the lights are going to be. I don't know specifically what Calico ship it is. It looks like some kind of medical ship, if I'm not wrong. Maybe the Calico evac. Yeah, maybe the evac. Here's another picture of it. It looks fairly fine. There's nothing specific I can make out from it. It doesn't have any writings anywhere or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. Normal picture. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. It looks very plain, being honest. There's still a work in progress. Nothing else to say. It is a Calico ship. Let's actually go and see what Calico ships are on the marketplace at the moment. So we have the Calico Medtech. We have the Calico... let's have a look. Ships extra small. It's not an extra small ship. No way. What small ship is there? Calico Medtech is the first one that comes to mind. And then we have the Calico Compact Hero. It might be actually the Compact Hero. Do you think so? Yeah, it does give off that vibe, doesn't it? Look at that. Yeah, it does give off the Calico Hero vibe, doesn't it? Are there other Calico ships? The Calico Evac or the Calico ATS Enforcer? It doesn't really give off evac vibes. It's not got that iconic like healthcare vibe, and I would definitely I vibe with the healthcare vibe because I am in healthcare. And it's not the ATS Enforcer. The ATS Enforcer looks like it's very compact and it looks very streamlined. I don't think this is the ATS Enforcer, but hey, I'm just guessing here, just based off what the picture looks like. All right, let's move on. Now, thank you to Danny for actually, Danny Bunthius for actually, was it Danny or Bunthius who posted these? This was by, yeah, it would have been by Bunthius. Yeah, Bunthius. Yeah. Same. Forget the names. I'm bad with naming. Anyway, he did say in-engine render or in-engine picture of the Calico Scud. Because last time I was saying I wasn't sure if this was a concept or not, but thank you very much for clarifying that this is a concept. This is not a concept. And actually, I really appreciate it when they post pictures. They would give the details on those pictures rather than saying, "Oh, just posting the picture." And not just details. I want to. Like, who am I? Like, who are we? We just want to know if it is a concept or if it is actual or like real or not real, but like in engine. So that anyway, that's a Calico evac. Sorry, that's a Calico Scud. It looks pretty good. Another picture of it. It looks pretty good from the back end. It looks very streamlined, very symmetrical. I like looking at it. Next up, we have the X6 and the rusting on the what seems to be the landing gear. So we did see them previously posting pictures about this. Remember, this is just a very small toggle that can make it really rusted or really new. Which I'm hoping they can incorporate into the tools section of how beat up a ship is. So if you have low health, then it's really rusted. If you're full health, then it looks brand new. And this is just another picture of it on this side. It looks good, very good quality. I always love looking at these high quality images. It just looks like a really nice render. There's not even in like a virtual, not in. Ooh, hey, I just noticed that. What is that hanging in the corner? Is that like a takeoff? Is that like a takeoff ramp or something? Oh, guys, look at that. I noticed something. Oh, and another picture here. Nothing very specific. You can go really in depth and look at the rusting on it. This looks cool. Yeah. Okay, next up. We have the R6, I believe. I should stop saying the names. This is the R6, and this is an in-engine actual, what do you call it? Picture of it. We definitely did see this arm that they were talking about before. They gave pictures of it. If you watch my videos, you know you saw that arm. And also this arm. So there's two giant iconic, this seems to be like an anchoring arm, like an anchoring leg, and then this is the actual working arm because the R6 is supposed to be a repair ship. So you should be able to use this arm that's coming out here and this arm that's coming out there to repair something. Next image, or rather a video. Now he said this is an unreleased ship. So I don't know what ship this actually is, but it does do something cool, right? It does do something cool. Look at it. There's a middle compartment that comes out and there are guns inside the middle compartment. It comes to the front and comes to the back. Also, why are there cup holders? This is like it's like the year 3000 or something, and we still have cup holders, really. Yeah, so very interesting, right? I can't make out this ship. If you can, it does look like an old school ship, so maybe like a BIOS ship, because it's got like little buttons and toggles, and like it's got a thruster thing that you like, you know, the toggle, the I don't know what you call it, the shift, not the shift. You know what I mean? It's got that in the middle there. And it's got cup holders, so it feels like it's a BIOS ship. It feels like it's a old school built it yourself kind of ship. It doesn't look like a Rainbow, it doesn't look like a Calico, doesn't look like a Ogrica ship. So the main thing though that I like that is that there are guns inside there. So that means this should hopefully add to the game, the racing game. If they have guns in there, you can pull it out and start shooting at people. That would be pretty cool. Next up, I have a picture that is actually drawing a lot of attention in the foundation room right now. Not a lot of attention, just people are just chatting about it. And this is actually a ship, right? It's a C9 ship. And the idea behind this is people were asking, what ships can you put in the different ships? And someone, one of the staff members came out and gave us some information. So I'm going to hold on that, but let's kind of read what it says. It was Atomic War Hemo. So can I put a 16 X4s, 8 X5, 4 X6s, 2 F4s, and 1 R8 in one C9? Any one of those options, or a mix. It's a system. So if you put one F4 in, you could have room for 2 X6s. Mix and match. Second thing he said, that's the current capacity in the hangar bay, based on the idea that a ship of a given class with an in-class size hangar bay can carry one ship class smaller, or 2 of the next class down, or 4 or of 3 classes down, or 8 of 4 classes down. If that makes sense, right? So if you have one module that's like a large, okay, then you should be able to carry one ship of a medium, okay, and 2 ships of a small, okay? So if you can think about that, if you can visualize that, you can extrapolate how many ships you can have. And then if any of those ships in the middle have their own hangar bays, that should give you extra capacity, right? So that's the idea that people are thinking of at the moment. So Lordo is really on this. So a C11 can carry 5 C9s, 4 large ships, and 12 mediums, or 40 F4s or 80 EOPs. And these ships inside the hangar module added to your max fleet calculation, or can we go full C11 fleet? Load with C9, load those C9s of others, and then unload during a fight and have a massive fleet. So he's from the Skull and Bones, so he wants to gank on people, right? He wants to know how much firepower can he pack into one big ship. And if you have lots of small ships that hold their own ships inside one ship, my god, like you think it's just one ship coming out, right? But then you'll end up with like 15 or 20 ships surrounding you, and that's not really nice. So let's have a look at the picture again, right? So this is a C9, okay? C9, and as you can see, we can see a Pierce ship in there. What it thinks is an X6. There's another X6 in there, and there's nothing else so far that we can make out. But you can also see you can probably load like a Fimble air bike in there, or even smaller, extra small ship in there. So you can see there's lots of room to actually put stuff. But then when you actually extrapolate this out, this is from I think it was from him as well, or from someone else in the foundation room. And I'm just reading this now. So this is 5 C9s on one C11. Obviously, they will not fit, okay? The C11 is, the C9 are lower than the C11s. So obviously, you won't be able to pack 5 in there because it just doesn't look like it'll fit, right? This is the calculation of the width and the height and the body of all the different ship sizes. So this is not going to work. So I don't know what the team is going to do. Maybe they might say it has to be a hangar inside, and maybe you can only fit that there are restrictions to it. Doesn't matter how big your ship is, some ships just are naturally bigger, and so you can't fit them in. And you might be just say there's a hard cap on this. So we've got to figure out how the team are going to do this, but you get the general idea. If you have a large ship that has a hangar bay, you can put 1 medium ship in there. You can put 2 small ships, and then you can put 4 extra small ships, and then you can put 8 extra small ships in a large ship, if that makes sense, okay? But keep in mind, guys, this is all like beginner stuff. They're still working it all out. They're still fluffing it out. So just give the team some time to fix all of this, okay? And yeah, lastly, that's it. I just want to say thank you very much. I hope you did enjoy the video that I make, the frequently asked questions. 400 views. Oh, geez. It'll get better over time. But I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing, as always. Thank you for donating to me as well. And let's give away, I think, what do you guys think? Should we give away a Thimble air bike to the weekly pictures of the week winners? So Falcor should be getting an air bike. Let me know what you think. I want to know. You guys, it's your donations as well. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much. Ciao for now.